Alright, hey guys, so it's been a few days since I've made a new video. I've been pretty busy as of late, but I did want to cover the Humble Gyms Bundle 2 that came out a few days ago on Humble Bundle. This includes a bunch of great games, but before I get into that, I do want to mention that the Humble Monthly for October is about to unlock in the next 4 days. So this is your last chance to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed already, it's about $12 a month, and you will unlock Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is a pretty big AAA title. Definitely worth it just for Tomb Raider alone, but you'll be getting 5 to 6 other Steam games in about 4 days from now. I will put a referral link in the description below. If it's your first time subscribing to the Humble Monthly, I would really appreciate it if you guys can help me out a little bit by using my referral link. But yeah, that's about it. The Humble Monthly for October includes Rise of the Tomb Raider. I highly recommend picking up Rise of the Tomb Raider. It's a fantastic game. So going back to the Humble Gyms Bundle 2, I'm not too familiar with all of these games, so let me just quickly go through them. For $1, you get the Count Lucanor, I probably mispronouncing that, Hustle Cat, and Tattle Tale. The next tier, which is currently at $6.54, includes Pinstripe, Slayaway Camp, and Apathy On. Probably mispronouncing that as well. Sorry about that. And then the third tier, which is $10, includes Cryptarch and Has Been Heroes. All of these games have very positive reviews. I'm pretty sure most of them are in the 90 percentile. HustleCat has 97% positive reviews, which is pretty impressive. Starting out, the Count Lucanor. This is a 2D adventure horror game. It says, join Hans in a fantasy world and experience a unique adventure full of surprises and challenges. Definitely has a pretty charming pixelized art style. There's a naked guy drinking from the water fountain. Not really sure what that's about. Definitely looks like it has a interesting art style. I know there's a lot of puzzles thrown in the game. There's not a whole lot of gameplay, so just keep that in mind. Most adventure games focus more on the story and less on the gameplay, but it definitely looks interesting and has a pretty charming little trailer here. So I guess that's that. I'll have to try that out in the future. Again, I don't really know a whole lot about these games. Hustle Cat is a visual novel. You play as Avery Gray, the newest employee at a popular cat cafe called Cat's Paw. Most visual novels have something to do with dating, so you're probably dating your coworkers. Yeah. Might be one of those games where you're dating male coworkers, so keep that in mind. I'm not a big fan of visual novels, so we'll just go to the next one. Next one's called Tattle Tale. This is a horror game where you play with a little toy called a Furby. Or, not a Furby, they call them Tattletales, but it looks like a Furby in my opinion. But, looks interesting. Looks very, very interesting. So you walk around with a flashlight, and you have this little thing in your hand. And I think his mother is coming after you, and you have to run away. Definitely looks like an interesting horror game. So yeah, that's Tattle Tale. Those are the $1 tier games. Definitely worthwhile for $1. So the second tier includes some more adventure games. This is Pinstripe. This is another like 2D adventure game, but this one has a pretty nice art style as well. I love how like long and slender he is. Like overall, it's just a very like beautiful looking game. A testament to what a talented and determined artist can achieve. I love games that focus more on like the art and the story. They create very unique experiences that are different from other games, and this looks like one of those things. I think, let me just read the description. It says, Pinstripe is an emotionally charged adventure through hell created entirely by a one-man team over the course of 5 years. Oh wow. Play as Teddy, an estranged ex-minister forced to venture through the frozen afterlife in search of his 3-year-old daughter. So you're searching for your daughter through hell. The next game, Slayaway Camp. This is a puzzle game where you play as a murderer and you're going around killing all the camp counselors and teenagers and stuff. Let me see if there's any gameplay in this trailer. Probably not any gameplay in this trailer. Oh, it looks something like this. I know there's a lot of people who are very interested in Slay Away Camp, so that looks like a lot of fun. I'm sorry I don't know like too much about these games. I'm just going through them. Apathy On is the main game in my opinion. Like this is the one game that I was interested in this bundle. People compare this to like Dark Souls. It's like a 2D Dark Souls, I guess. Very challenging combat with some very difficult enemies and bosses and so forth. A very difficult game, but great combat system nonetheless, and it looks like a lot of fun, especially if you're into like Greek mythology. So I'll definitely be probably playing this in the future at some point. So moving on to the last tier, Cryptarch and Has Been Heroes. Cryptarch is a very nice looking like 2D action shooter. It's called a roguelike shooter actually. Let me scroll through. Scroll through. Where's the gameplay? There we go. This kind of reminds me a little bit of like Contra or like Metal Slug, but it's like an action shooter. Boom. Definitely looks like a great game. I'd encourage you guys to watch a trailer on the Steam store. I think there's a different trailer on the Steam store that's a little bit better. But then there's Has Been Heroes. Let's check this game out. I don't really know anything about this. It's a challenging lane-based roguelike game of strategy and action. So this is another roguelike, but this one is lane-based. Not really sure what that means.
The quest would take the heroes through every imaginable region and would require every ounce of
I see.
from the monk. The brutes
I've played games like this in the past, and they are extremely addictive. Basically, you're fighting like hordes of enemies, and you have to use various abilities to destroy them as efficiently as possible. And there's like big bosses at the end that are quite crazy to fight. But yeah, this game looks very, very fun. I would definitely love playing this. Has Been Heroes. So that's a $10 tier. Overall, just my opinion, I think it's a really good bundle. I'm not too familiar with all the games, so it's kind of unfortunate as far as this video is concerned, but I would say the $1 tier is worth it for sure. 33 cents a game, you really can't beat that. The second tier, I would say if you have any interest in Pinstripe, Apathy On, or Slay Away Camp, if you have any interest in these games and you think they're like worth like $2 each, I would definitely say go ahead and pick it up. I would pick it up just for Apathy On alone. I think that game would be super fun. I could probably spend a lot of hours in that. Pinstripe looks like a really fun, like story-driven experience as well. Slay Away Camp, I'm not sure how long I would play that. It's a puzzle game, so probably not too long. So just keep that in mind. The next tier, if you paid $6 or $7 for the second tier, the next tier means the games are like $1.50 to $2 each. I would say that these games are probably definitely worth it. Cryptarch looks super fun, and Has Been Heroes looks super fun as well. If you're into roguelikes, if you're into action shooters, or if you're into just different types of like RPGs, these two games are definitely worthwhile. So that's about it. You also get a bunch of soundtracks, so that's cool. And that's pretty much all I have to say in this video. Hopefully you guys gain something from this. I don't know. I just thought it'd be fun to just give you guys my thoughts. The Humble Gems bundle too. Definitely love this bundle. Lots of great indie games that you wouldn't expect. That's what I like about Humble Bundle. You never really know what's going to come up next. And this is just like a bunch of random games that I would never even have thought of purchasing or buying before. So that's great. It's a great way to get some indie games. Again, the Humble Monthly comes out in about 4 or 5 days. So make sure you pick that up if you guys are interested in the Humble Monthly. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.